Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing well wherever you're at. It is Friday afternoon, the first day of March. Another gray day in Chicago, but we're still happy that it's spring. We're coming to talk to you today about a lot of different things. One of the first ones is the Tickled Pink Award. I've got my pink tie on, actually. It has nothing to do with what we did last week, but last week was the Tickled Pink event in Chicago on the northwest side. And they raised money for ovarian cancer and a couple other cancers, I think. But it was really an epic event for Chicago, a great evening, a great outing, and like a 12-man band, 12-person band, I should say. And they really rocked it out all night. So we had a good time with that. And then looking forward, no big events this weekend. I'm going to try to relax a little bit. But if we go way forward, we've got our 5K event for mesothelioma. It's called the Mesothelioma Race for Justice. It's in September, and you can keep an eye out for it. It's really fun because we have a lot of families come out for that have lost a loved one or have a loved one with mesothelioma. So we're starting the planning stages, which is really exciting because last year was our first year, and always to do an event for the second time, it shows that the first event went well, and you only get bigger and better the next time. So look for that in the future. So today we are talking about caregivers in mesothelioma litigation. And caregivers actually, while the mesothelioma patient, the person, is somewhat of the star of the show, so to speak, but the person behind the scenes, the person who often has to make a lot of the decisions and deal with the legal work, the medical bills, the medical appointments, is the caregiver. And most of the time that's the wife. Sometimes it's the spouse, where I definitely have about 10% of my cases are women who get it from washing the clothes or actually being around asbestos. But the caregiver, whoever that person is, deals with a lot. And they usually feel like they shouldn't have to complain or say anything about what they do because they're not the ones that are sick. But it can be a very heavy burden, and that is acknowledged by a lot of medical professionals and also MARF, which is the Mesothelioma Applied Research Foundation, that we try to work hand in hand with. And in fact, the race helps raise money for that foundation. And for any of you out there who are dealing with a loved one that has mesothelioma, check out their website, the Mesothelioma Applied Research Foundation. They have several resources to help people that are dealing with making those medical appointments, dealing with those bills, trying to deal with travel. A lot of times, all of a sudden, you need a wheelchair, you need oxygen, things that you never thought of and never had to deal with before. You have to find perhaps a lawyer that does trust and estates. You have to figure out how you're going to arrange for the deposition. So get a power of attorney. There are a lot of questions, a lot of things that you need to think about. Just feeding your husband or wife every day where they can't prepare meals anymore, or obviously the list goes on and on. So it's something that at our law firm we think about a lot frequently, because that's the people that we usually end up talking to, are those loved ones throughout the case, and they're the ones that really help out very much. So a lot of our relationships with our clients are actually strong relationships with loved ones, and of course with the person that's suffering with the disease. But quite frankly, a lot of times they don't have the energy to pick up the phone or the ability to really work through what we need to talk about. So I guess today is dedicated to all those loved ones. You know, here's to you for all the work that you do every day, through the night and during the day. You're really important, and we know you're out there. So that's something that is just part and parcel of this whole disease, and it's frustrating, but there is support, so I definitely encourage you to seek it out. And it's something that, as a law firm, we're very cognizant of, and always make sure that we're sensitive to the family dynamic and who we work with. So I hope that helps. I hope that sheds a little bit of light on that topic. Thanks for listening. As always, we'll be broadcasting again next week, Friday. Oh, no, we won't. I'm actually going to be in California for a talk. I'm giving a talk. It's mostly a legal talk on personal jurisdiction and on updates on Illinois case law for asbestos, since that's all we do every day, all day, is asbestos litigation. Now I'm going to give a talk on it. But that'll be great. It's the Perrin Conference, Perrin Conference, and Lindsay Perrin is a good friend of mine, and she hosts these legal conferences throughout the nation, about one per month. And this one is in Beverly Hills. It's really great. I also spoke at her October conference in San Francisco. So we're looking forward to that. And then Next week, we're doing a trial for Ron and Arlene Bayless. Ron has mesothelioma. I just saw him last week. He's looking great. And he's going to be there at the Daly Center for trial. We're going against a couple asbestos fiber suppliers, so we're gearing up for that here at the firm. His case has been worked up for about a year since we met him and he was first diagnosed. So we're coming to the conclusion, and we'll see how it ends. Usually these end in settlement, but there's always the chance for a jury trial, and we're certainly prepared for that. And that's where we'll be. So I'll probably see you either Wednesday if I have time to check in next week. Otherwise, look for me the following week after that. Thanks a lot, and have a great weekend.